What's up, everyone? The RS giveaway is in full swing. I should show it to you. It's right here. It's freaking great, man. It's dirty, but it's sitting right next to us here. So I am cleaning my E36 M3 right now, and I wanted to talk to you about one of the things you could buy, and I strongly suggest, if you haven't used this yet, I would use this as an opportunity to get several entries in the GT3 RS giveaway. And so this is one of the qualifying products. Just to remind everybody, I can't just open up the whole store as much as I'd like to. We can't like cannibalize our normal sales anyway, blah, blah, blah. I need to make enough profitability. So I need things that have a higher profit margin in order to pay for the $300,000 that the car costs. So this is a qualifying product. And I realized I haven't really visited this in a while. So I just washed the E36. I just blew it off. So that'd be the normal procedure. Do your normal wash. Do your normal blow drying with Ego blower or some blower of some sort. Get as much of the water off as possible. And then we're going to use, so the package comes with a gallon, and then the Superior Press-All Experience, which I'm still ironing out, but the package comes with a drying aid, a label, a Press-All bottle, label, funnel to fill a gallon, 3 of the drying towels, and 3 of the secondary wipe drying towels that I like to use. So rather than me sitting here yapping at you, let's get drying so the car doesn't dry on me. I'm gonna grab one of these, and this, which I just filled up. I should have filled it up on camera, but you get the idea. Let's go dry the car. Oof, this car is crispy, man. Theoretically, although I'm having second thoughts, this is my next giveaway car, but we'll see. So the story goes like this with this drying aid. I'd been using Beadmaker for quite a long time. I didn't have any problems with it. I thought Beadmaker was doing great. And we were getting lots of complaints of people with static and certain drier climates. And I don't know, I don't know how much I buy that. But you know, sometimes, and the thing that really made me search for something else was actually when I sold my last house. And then now I'm stuck with washing outside like the rest of us. And I didn't have a wash bay. I didn't have an area that was covered and dedicated. And so I was having issues with streaking and spotting and the product preliminarily drying. And there also were issues with the product freezing in transit. And so I had like a bad batch one point that I was using. And so we started searching for something else. And I actually had a bottle from my friend Scott. Actually, no, that was the tire dressing. I don't think we had a bottle of this. But my brother-in-law sent me a bottle of what was that stuff called? The place in New Jersey. Crap, how do I not remember the name? There was Jersey Devil and the pink stuff. It'll come to me. So anyway, he sent me a bottle of that. I punted it in the trash. And then I was doing a podcast with Mike's Auto Detail podcast. And he had a bottle in the background and said, man, you got to try this stuff. And I said, I think I had a bottle of that stuff, but I threw it in the dumpster. And luckily my dad had pulled it out of the trash. And so I went and grabbed it and started using it. So the backstory goes, I called the guy, I said, look, I had real problems with Beadmaker in that not only was I helping to make a market in Beadmaker and make it well known, but I couldn't get the stuff. So I wasn't getting any royalties or anything, and I couldn't even get it to sell it to my own customers. So I want some agreements on you keeping a certain amount of stock. And I was asking him about, crap, what was that stuff called? You guys are all yelling at the camera right now. It'll come to me as soon as I finish. So I was like, well, how are you doing this? Can you make enough of this? He says, yeah, we have a blending, whatever thing here. We're mixing it up in the back so we can make as much as you need. You're lying dead to my face. He's not making squat. We come to find out, my friend Scott said, not Scott Ailes, but the other Scott, the Scott that helped me do the the wheel stuff, the tire dressing, which is the other video I'm going to make here today. He said, I'm pretty sure that is B&B's, oh my gosh, why are all these names? It's been a long day. It's not the morning, it's the evening. B&B Slipstream is what I'm pretty sure that product is, just dyed pink. And so we got on the phone to B&B. I said, what I'm looking for this, and looking for this product that does this kind of drying thing, and the rest is history. So I asked them, because the pink stuff was staining my white Tesla. It was staining, certain areas. It was also staining the bottle. So if it's staining the bottle, it has the potential to stain your paint. And the other thing is, you had to really, really shake it up. So the product was pretty unstable. And that we found was the scent. So first we took the color out, and that didn't help with the stability. It just helped with the ruining of bottles and the staining on cars. So we took that out, and then we ended up taking the scent out, because the scent made the product unstable. It made it not, homogenized as much. And so that's what we have today. And so I think I've tried about 30 other products used in this drying process, and I just keep coming back to this. I promise you, the moment I find something I like better, I'll just punt this. It's a lot more work for us. We got to bottle the stuff, and there are some little better margins, but it just keeps on. The stuff is freaking fantastic. So here's the beauty of this the application of this. I'm using one major main drying towel. I'm using a secondary wipe towel. You can watch me do it. I'll flip the towel every so often. I spray a little bit on the surface. You don't have to saturate it like you did Bead Maker. And so I spray the surface. I do the initial wipe with the big bulk towel. I get it most of the way dry. Now remember, I hit it with the Ego beforehand, so there's not a lot of water left. So this product, I'm asking it to be a little bit of lubrication for my towel, and I'm also asking it to lay down a now sacrificial layer that's a layer on top of the layer that's on top of the layer. If you had PPF on top of the layer, if you coated under the PPF on top of the layer. And so we're just dealing with layers of protection, that this becomes the sacrificial layer that hopefully will help with things like water spots and things like that. Now, I really don't know what it is. I wanted to go to B&B and have them blended on camera, but they wouldn't show us. So this particular product is some variant, some derivation of silicon dioxide. It's okay standalone, but it's not great. I put it on every time I dry the car, so I'm not making any stupid longevity claims about a spray sealant or spray, drying product. I don't really care how long it lasts, because I'm gonna put it on every time I wash. But the experience is magical. It wipes clean. Notice I'm not having to do any real aggressive Bead Maker. If you left a streak, you've got to really work for it. So this application is super easy. You can put it on all your trim, and it just makes the drying experience freaking fantastic. I put it in the door jambs. I use it on the grill. I use it on the emblems. I use it on the plastics here. It makes the drying experience magical. Theoretically, it would help because we're putting a lubricant down that we would have less chance of towel marking. Our surface, if you've coated it or you've waxed it or you have a good sacrificial top layer or protective layer, I should say, the paint should be slick enough that the towel is not going to do any marring here. Plus, we have a clean surface. I use deionized water. So there's been a lot of precautions here to aid in the, if not reduction, probably closer to all-out elimination of scratch proneness, because of all the steps we've taken to get the thing clean prior to me doing this step. So the product You'll probably use, I would guess, if you had a couple of cars and you wash, like let's say wash them every week, I mean, you'll probably use a gallon a year maybe. And so getting you started with a gallon, and then because I'm only using 2 towels to dry this entire car, we put a little starter package together with 3 of each. I like to have 20 of each, but that's certainly overkill. I like to have a lot of each so that I can do longer times between my having to wash my towels, because I can never seem to get into the darn laundry room because Michelle sort of has it occupied most of the time. So I prefer to have a bunch of towels, but 3 towels will give you, you can basically do 3 cars, drying the whole car, especially if you blow it off, you know, blow it off with a leaf blower or master blaster or something like that. You'll end up not needing a lot of towels. And then that funnel, the funnel's from Adams. I don't know if they had it made, but we buy it from them, our friends at Adams, and they you know, like, they continue to be the source for that. It's pretty fantastic. So the funnel to refill your Press-All bottle to apply it. It's a dual action sprayer, so you don't really pull the trigger down very much with this because I just want to spritz the product on. You really can't put too much, but it's kind of hard to put too little, so you don't have to be calculating on how much product you're going to put down. Just spritz a little on there and use your soft Rag Company towels that we provide, and you got yourself a darn great drying experience. And you end up with a streakless, dustless, doesn't attract dust. I can guarantee you that. It makes the surface look wetter, deeper. I'll actually use it on the wheels too. We're gonna use it on the, I'm gonna use it on the engine bay. Let me finish this side of the car here. Works on glass as well. Plays really well with Wolf's glass sealant that I use. This car actually has CSL EXO on all the side glass, and then it has Wolf's glass sealant, nano glass sealant on the windshield. So it plays well with that. It plays well with C5, or G5, whatever they call it, the glass coating from G-Technic or Forte Flyby. Plays well with everything that we've gotten our hands on. And you know, people send me messages all the time on the stuff, so I think it works on pretty much anything. And that was a key requisite. There's no drawback to it. Gosh, what was that stuff called? I think it still exists. Their waterless wash was what, Jersey Devil or something like that? And then the pink stuff. God dang it. You'd think I'd remember as much as it angered me that the freaking dude lied to me about the thing. All he had to do was tell me the truth. Yeah, we buy this from B&B. Okay, fine. Let's do it. I don't know how much we sold, but probably sold $1 million worth of this crap. So, again, if you're interested at all in the GT3 RS and you haven't experienced this, or you just need to stock up, I'm telling you, wouldn't lead you astray. This car, if you could feel this thing, man, it is really, really nice. Super slick. Looks really, really nice. Looks really deep, wet, waxed look. That's what I like about this the most, is it's very wax-like looking. It doesn't have that sort of synthetic look that the old coatings had that I just didn't like very much. I know people think I'm crazy, but I hated the look of some of the original stuff. That's what took me so long to adopt the this process. And you know, for the longest time I used Ammo's Hydrate, which was fantastic on a waxed car, not so great on a coated car. Man, this car is freaking clean. So that's the OG drying aid. Use it all over the car. Probably shouldn't put my towel on the ground, but the ground's pretty clean here. Help us continue to do these crazy giveaways, and at least you get something good for it. But the package is in the store. I'll put the link in the description. We'll put it in the cards up in the upper right-hand corner. And if you have any questions, you can always hit us up, support@obsessedgarage.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. We'll see you on the next detailing video.